to us tonight, execute the game plan. Everybody do your job. We gonna get it done. Yeah. Period. Here we are. Yeah.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Gamecock Insider. I'm Derek Scott. We come to you this week from the Rice Athletic Center. This is the nest, if you will, for so many of the Gamecock athletic programs and administrators and a lot of folks that make the day-to-day business of Gamecock athletics happen and run smoothly. On today's show, we've got a great look at the Gamecock men's tennis team. Nationally ranked, they just had a unique opportunity, one of a kind actually, to go participate at one of tennis's professional majors. We'll tell you more about that, show you highlights, and also visit with head coach Josh Goffey on that subject. But we get things started with some women's basketball highlights. South Carolina looking for its 7th straight win at home. Dawn Staley's squad ranked 16th in the country as they welcome Vanderbilt into Colonial Life Arena.
WellCare is the presenting sponsor of Gamecock women's basketball. WellCare, beyond healthcare, a better you.
You know, get a chance to rest a little bit. I think we took 2 days off, one more than we usually take. But we just tried to get after it and try to stay in a good playing mode. I think we're starting to hit our stride. I think the players are really trusting each other. They're moving the ball extremely well. We're able to play a lot of different combinations and do a lot of different things from an offensive and defensive standpoint.
So Carolina women's basketball picks up another win at home. When we come back with more of Gamecock Insider, we're going down under with the Gamecock men's tennis team. Stay with us.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Crescent Construction, the official roofer of the Gamecocks, and by Wild Wing Cafe, where great food rocks. Gamecock Insider is a production of Gamecock Sports Marketing.
We had a large storm, and our home was hit pretty bad. The next day, a friend of ours recommended Crescent Construction. They came out and replaced our entire roof, and we were very pleased with the work they did.
Call Crescent Construction's professional staff to do a detailed roof inspection at your home today. Absolutely free.
I've already referred Crescent Construction to a friend of mine.
Call Crescent Construction, South Carolina's #1 roofer and the official roofer of the Carolina Gamecocks.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can be done? We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old bandit run.
Whatever party you got going in the back, we got the business up front.
During this year's certified South Carolina grown Palmetto series, we're promoting Fresh on the Menu, a program that connects South Carolina farmers with area restaurants to bring you meals made with fresh, locally grown ingredients. Or try creating your own Fresh on the Menu meals at home. So download the Fresh on the Menu app today and follow your team at palmettoseries.com. It's a matter of taste. And go Gamecocks!
This is it. This is the moment when legacies are made, and good becomes glorious. But legacies aren't just granted on game day. You can make them anytime. Will it be today or someday? The glory lies in your choice. This is the moment. What will your legacy be? You build legacies. We protect them.
Hey Gamecock fans, want free basketball tickets? You heard us, free basketball tickets. Right now, only at Buy Low, you can get 2 tickets to a Gamecocks basketball game when you spend just $40 in store. But you better be quick, basketball fans. Buy Low has limited tickets up for grabs. So what are you waiting for? Go grab your groceries and your free Gamecocks tickets today. Buy Low is the premier grocery partner of the South Carolina Gamecocks.
That's your Sandsbury Ice Center. Did you see that play? Kiki Herbert Harrigan breaking ankles against the Commodores earlier this week. South Carolina's men's tennis team has really been ascending the last few years under head coach Josh Goffey. They begin this season nationally ranked and with a one-of-a-kind opportunity, being one of the first 2 college teams from the United States to ever have a chance to participate at the Australian Open. Yes, that is one of professional tennis's majors, the first major of the year actually. But there is a new home for some college tennis down in Melbourne, and the South Carolina Gamecocks were the first team to ever be able to take part in that as they battled with Southern Cal. Let's look at some highlights from the Melbourne site of the Australian Open and Gamecock men's tennis. So South Carolina comes up a little short against Southern Cal, who was ranked number 5 in the country, but nonetheless, what a great experience for the student athletes and really everyone involved to participate on the grounds of the Australian Open. When we come back with more here on the Gamecock Insider, we will visit with head coach Josh Goffey and get his take on that experience as well as what lies ahead for his squad. So stay with us.
Learn about the deadly dangers of prescription drugs and opioids. Help end the epidemic in South Carolina, because painkillers can be just plain killers.
Hey! North? Can you sign my Tacoma?
I'll be glad to.
From the fist of a legend rises a new action star. A hero who's there to save the day. So fearless, so rugged, he's tough as Chuck.
You replaced me with a truck?
Get 0% APR for 36 months on a new 2019 Toyota Tacoma. That's just 0% APR on the Toyota Tacoma. Toyota, let's go places.
Win the opportunity to be the next Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the court. Winners receive 2 tickets, pregame court passes, and autographed merchandise. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Court is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage. Join us every week at Wild Wing Cafe for Carolina Calls from 7 to 8 o'clock. Wild Wing Cafe is Columbia's home for hot wings, cold beer, and good times. Tune into Carolina Calls every week and go to wildwingcafe.com for more information. Welcome back, everyone, to Gamecock Insider. I'm Derek Scott. We're talking Gamecock men's tennis now with Josh Goffey, 9th-year head coach. You've been here longer than I think I realize sometimes, but great experience for your team here recently. You had a chance to go to Melbourne, Australia, take part in the Australian Open. Most folks know that is the first of tennis's 4 majors for the pros, but there's also some college tennis that takes place there. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we were invited by the ITA, so our governing body, us and Southern Cal, to come down and play a collegiate match. So it was not an exhibition, it was actually a counted match. So the whole event started when Craig Tiley, he's the director of the Australian Open. He used to be a college coach. He actually won the national title in 2004 for Illinois. Was a great college coach. He's now running the entire tournament, and he wanted to be the first guy to bring a college match to the Grand Slam.
You began the year ranked 25th, and obviously Southern Cal's awfully good too. Yeah. How did it go? What was the experience like for you guys?
It was great. I mean, the overall experience as far as having our guys in the environment with the pros. We actually got to be in the champions locker room. The locker room was phenomenal. We got to see Johnny Mack and Pat Mack and all those guys. They had some great words for our guys, but the overall experience of playing a match on site at a Grand Slam was phenomenal. So the guys felt like pros, but more importantly, playing against one of the best teams at the early start of the year here. That pays off a ton of dividends. So it's a mirror for us. We kind of started getting our feet into it and got close to the end. Score was 4-0, but we took a lot from that match. So we've actually been working on a ton, and it was a phenomenal mirror.
Well, moving forward, now you've got the opportunity to come home and play some matches, weather permitting. Kind of tell us about what's ahead for your squad here over the next month or so.
Yeah, we segment our season and our entire spring season into 4 seasons. We're still in season 1 here, so it's a lot about getting us up to speed. You know, it's not necessarily about going out and taking care of the competition. It's about getting our side of the net taken care of. So, like I said, we're using a lot of Southern Cal, the data we got from that, to go out there and work on things. Moving ahead to Charlotte, they're a tough team. We had a really tight match with them last year. They just played 2 other SEC teams, and those guys are intense. And they lost a couple tight ones there. So we've got our hands full this weekend moving forward. NC State after that. They just beat Georgia, a perennial top-ranked team in the country. So we've got a tough schedule, but we love it because we've got a good young team, and these guys are capable of taking down anybody. On the Palmetto Health injury report, good news is you're in good shape right now, right? Yeah, we're clean. Injury bill's clean, so we're looking forward to it. Yeah.
Terminix Pest Player of the Week. Who performed best for you down in Australia?
Ooh. I'll just say, you know, most of the guys competed really well and they played well. I'm gonna have to give it to Paul Jubb though. You know, he carries the flag. He's the leader. He's top 10 in the country right now, and a lot of these young guys are always looking to him for leadership. And in that role against one of the best players in the country, carried the flag strong and led the team.
All right, Josh, appreciate the time. Good luck this spring.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we'll be back with more of Gamecock Insider in just a moment. South Carolina men's basketball and International Paper are teaming up with Coaching for Literacy to create brighter futures for kids in South Carolina through the power of literacy. Please donate for each assist the Gamecocks make from January 29th through February 9th. 100% of the funds raised goes to kids in South Carolina. To donate, text BOOK to 474-747 or visit pledgeit.org/Gamecocks for literacy.
Hey, Bob.
Frank, how do you get people to watch for the warning signs of heart disease?
Yeah, heart disease is the #1 killer
in the state of South Carolina. You need to go get checked so you know your numbers, then you can lower your risk.
Coach, but how do you get people on board?
This is a team game. We need to do better, and we will. So go get your blood pressure checked. You too, Bob.
Coach. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done? We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old bandit run.
Whatever party you got going in the back, we got the business up front.
During this year's certified South Carolina grown Palmetto series, we're promoting Fresh on the Menu, a program that connects South Carolina farmers with area restaurants to bring you meals made with fresh, locally grown ingredients. Or try creating your own Fresh on the Menu meals at home. So download the Fresh on the Menu app today and follow your team at palmettoseries.com. It's a matter of taste. And go Gamecocks!
This is it. This is the moment when legacies are made, and good becomes glorious. But legacies aren't just granted on game day. You can make them anytime. Will it be today or someday? The glory lies in your choice. This is the moment. What will your legacy be? You build legacies. We protect them.
Good hard work has earned Emily Crounce the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the women's track and field team, Crounce is a junior pharmacy major with a 3.952 GPA. This week's academic athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work.
Welcome back to Gamecock Insider, everybody. I'm Derek Scott. South Carolina women's basketball coach Dawn Staley. She means so much to this community, as well as, of course, the athletics program here at the University of South Carolina. But she also means so much to her former players. She continues her mentorship, even coaching a little bit for so many of these greats who have gone on to professional basketball. Let's take a look at what that is like to be a former player, but yet still under the tutelage of Dawn Staley.
She's a three-time Olympic gold medalist, selected by her peers to carry the United States flag at the opening ceremony of the 2004 Summer Olympics, a Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame member, and voted by fans as one of the top 15 players in WNBA history. She's also a national championship college coach and was recently named one of the world's 50 greatest leaders by Fortune. And in April 2017, she was named the head coach for the USA Basketball women's national team. She has won 10 gold medals as an athlete, 7 international invitational titles, and a bronze medal. Dawn Staley is writing the playbook for success, both on and off the court. Growing up in the projects of North Philadelphia, she discovered a passion for basketball and learned the game at 25th and Diamond at the Hank Gather Center, now conveniently located on Dawn Staley Lane. Dawn has found success at every level of the game, as a player and coach. But it's the relationships she has built and maintained all these years with her players, coaches, and staff that have been the backbone to her character and success.
You know, Dawn Staley is, well, first of all, she was a great player. She's become a great coach and just tough and aggressive, and you know, and that's her teams reflect that. You know, they're more like her.
Dawn Staley is like nobody else. Every time she comes back, the crowds just sort of come in from her neighborhood. So she's not just from Philadelphia, she's from North Philadelphia.
With Donnie, you know, Dawn and I have known each other a very long time. When I look back, it's hard for me to believe that it's been 20 years that I've known Dawn. When I first even knew about Dawn, I was a college coach and she was a phenomenal player. To have that opportunity that I had to coach her, but now when I coach with her, you know, we're basically on the same page when it comes to the, you know, the X's and O's. But at the same time too, you know, we disagree, and I guess with Dawn, you know, we can have some knockdown dragouts, and you know, an hour later it's forgotten. And I think that's how you are with friends.
When I was in school, she was tough-nosed. Couldn't get away with anything. She was pretty hard on us, but I think it helped us in the long run. It made us better players on the court. It made us better people. These days, just watching her coach her teams now, we're like, man, Coach, you're so soft on them. You make it so easy for them. But, I mean, hey, whatever she's doing is working because they're able to win national championship.
When you're practicing or when you're playing, you know that you're gonna get in trouble. Like, it is, she's still tough, and it's a good type of tough. Like, you need that. We started out as girls, and you know, we left as women.
She's able to connect with everyone, and very just a personable connection, and I think that's what makes her outstanding. And she's able to tap in to every individual. So she's able to know, you know, what makes you work harder, what makes you tick, but then also what's going to make you be greater. And not a lot of people are able to do it. Not great leaders are able to do it, but she is an excellent leader, so she's able to do that.
The thing about Coach Staley is she prepares you while you're here at the University of South Carolina, which is a big upside that you have going into the draft. And I was able to transfer my game from being here onto the court.
The energy that she brings. Like I say, Coach is very demanding, but that's because she gives a lot. She met with us individually, you know, she took the time to get to know us. She didn't take any shorts, you know, she didn't accept any excuses, and she raised the standard. She raised the standard, so she was definitely came in as a standard bearer, and she raised it for all of us.
My relationship with Coach is probably the best in the game. I normally say we're kind of like Tim Duncan and Coach Pop. It's something so special that I wish I could put into words, but it's just really like a mom and daughter type relationship rather than coach and player, and that really helps me play. My relationship with Coach Staley has definitely grown since when I first got to campus. I was kind of scared to talk to her in my freshman year just because I was such a fan of hers growing up. I didn't realize how personable she was and how down to earth and how easy it was to actually talk to her. But once I figured that out, my relationship with her definitely developed. She became more of like a second mother to me, being able to come to her about literally anything, talk to her. She gave it to me straight, even when I didn't want to hear the things she was talking about. I definitely valued her information that came from her.
She's quiet, but she is super funny. And I'm sure everybody knows that now.
Where the music at? Play it. We can't be beat like do bad like. Damn, I can't get that part.
She brings you in, whether you're, you know, wherever you come from, you just always feel comfortable around her.
She's an amazing coach, but aside from that, she's an amazing person. She'll teach you lessons not only on the court, but lessons that will help you for the rest of your life. It's great that we've all become lifelong friends with our college coach.
I'm the warrior on the team. She's like, Boyer, whatever happens, we'll deal with it. You know, it comes our way for a reason, and we're going to be able to handle it. And, you know, she's been right. But if you were going to have anybody in battle with you, she'd be my first choice. That's my girl right there.
Now this from My Carolina.
My Carolina is giving back to the place that gave me so much.
My Carolina is lifelong learning and finding my home.
My Carolina fosters opportunities for endless growth.
My Carolina is friends, family, and a place to call home.
My Carolina is a lifelong connection to my alma mater.
Learn about the deadly dangers of prescription drugs and opioids. Help end the epidemic in South Carolina, because painkillers can be just plain killers.
Dr. Norris, can you sign my Tacoma?
I'll be glad to.
From the fist of a legend rises a new action star. A hero who's there to save the day. So fearless, so rugged, he's tough as Chuck.
You replaced me with a truck?
Get 0% APR for 36 months on a new 2019 Toyota Tacoma. That's just 0% APR on the Toyota Tacoma. Toyota, let's go places.
The only thing I remember is losing control, not hit the pier face first. The first responders, they are the reason why I'm here. Just makes me thankful for everything that I have.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Crescent Construction, the official roofer of the Gamecocks, and by Wild Wing Cafe, where great food rocks. Gamecock Insider is a production of Gamecock Sports Marketing.
I say, yeah, it's real easy.
I ain't seen nothing like it. I ain't seen nothing like it.
I feel like I'm in the palace.
Lit, baby, ain't nothing like it, bro. Best in the ACC.
Things changing around here. Things changing.
Why you even left the premises? There was no reason to leave. Everything's there.
Jeez Louise.
We are back to wrap things up on this week's edition of Gamecock Insider. If you join us on next week's show, we'll have some great footage and coverage of the SEC banner and ring ceremony that will go on prior to South Carolina women's basketball's next home game against Ole Miss. Plus lots more to get into as we cover Gamecock athletics from all angles. And that's all on next week's show. Until then, I'm Derek Scott. Thanks for joining us here on Gamecock Insider.